I'm trapped in a tiny dimension. The only way out is to break bedrock using technology and nuclear fusion. With extremely limited space, this will be no small feat. Welcome to Compact Claustrophobia. It's tree time. Since we finally unlocked the ability to grow trees, we're going to do the only logical thing. Turn trees into diamonds. Well, diamond nuggets. Once we get to diamond nuggets, we'll be able to do refined storage and a whole bunch of other stuff. So I'm pretty excited about this. Trees are really the key to everything. I've chopped down like 4 trees, and I've already determined that this sucks. We need to get some automation up in this. First step is to make a spaxel hoe. So we make this, and apparently the clicking machine can use it. Just gotta make it out of boring dust. All right, I have acquired the thing. And by acquired the thing, of course, I mean I acquired 4 of the thing. So if we make a power connection and plug in some clicking machines, set them to left click with the thing and then maybe on speed 2, I don't know. So now when we grow a tree, it should just start breaking it automatically? Something is not right. Pro tip, machines need power. Okay, well, it's breaking stuff, though it's slow. Luckily, the quest book just tells you how to straight up automate wood. Start of tutorial. This makes redstone signal. Redstone signal passes through log, not sapling. This is 3D redstone. Redstone locks clicking machine. This plants sapling. This fertilizes sapling. End of tutorial. The only downside to this setup is that it's slow and bad. And did I mention it's slow? At least it is producing logs, which is good because we need about 800,000 of these because diamonds are expensive. I suppose we could just let it run while we work on other stuff, like maybe more power, because I can't even turn these up without draining the power. It's really bad. I think we're pretty much capped on power. So the first step for making diamonds is to use a coke oven to make coal coke, which requires a whole bunch of coal bricks. So we gotta go make a whole bunch of clay. All right, so I've installed a 3rd battery as a stopgap here. It's the same as the other 2, just a 3rd one to bolster our power till we get brave enough to attempt fission. And then inside here, I've added a little clay factory. So I put sand manually into this cache. The pulverizer pulverizes it into dust, which then gets put into this machine. And you saw it go there super fast. The dust and water makes clay. We've already collected quite a bit of clay. This is basically a water battery. It's the same technology as my battery, just a whole bunch of aqueous accumulators put in a single compact machine, and then it just outputs water. I've also made a little slag factory here. Again, we just take sand, you manually put it in here, and so it induction smelts an iron grit into an iron ingot, which produces slag as a byproduct. Let's see if I where's that recipe? It's basically like this one. They're all the same. Gives you slag as a byproduct. I've given it the sieve so it gets more of it. Then it sends the ingot upstairs here to the pulverizer, which just makes it back into dust and sends it back, so it just kind of loops it back and forth. So as long as there's sand in here, it'll just keep making slag, which will be used to make fertilizer. The way you make phyto grow is with slag and niter, and pulverized charcoal is more efficient, and we have access to that now, so we can go ahead and make it 16 at a time. Niter is really annoying still, but it's less annoying than it used to be. I found out you can just pulverize sandstone, and you get niter a bunch of the time. So this is good, but we can't quite make a ton of sandstone yet. I mean, I guess we could duplicate this system like a bunch of times or something. But eventually we'll be able to directly make sandstone. But we're just not quite there yet. With our bricks finally acquired, we can go ahead and make a coke oven like we've been wanting to for a while. Bam. So I believe you just shove charcoal in here. And that's it, I think. And then it just does the rest for you. For convenience sake, I've put a furnace right here in the tree room so we can cook our logs and the charcoal right here. Where are they going? Oh, it's auto-inserting them into here. That's good. Okay, so then they come in here. It cooks for about 100 years. And then we should get coal coke and I believe creosote, whatever, oil liquid bucketable thing, which will be good because you can make treated planks out of that, and then we don't have to resort to fertilizer. Or human-made fertilizer. Jeez, this thing's slow. I don't think you can really speed it up either, so we're just going to be waiting forever for this coal coke stuff. There's no way around it. We need it for diamonds, so I guess I'll just be waiting here for a bit. So I just found out that there's like an alternative coal coke. It's basically the same thing, but looks a little different. And you just use this pyrolytic conversion thing in a furnace, and it'll make the coal coke, and presumably this is way faster than the stupid coke oven. But you do need to have at least 1 coal coke to start, and it does take treated wood. So we do have to do a little bit with the coke oven. Then we can just scrap it and just install machines to do this for us, which will be very nice. And then we can start automating this a lot faster.
Eventually.
Our first coal coke has been made. Let's go turn this into the fancy upgrade for a furnace, and then we'll be cooking. Time to get rid of this piece of garbage. So only after destroying my whole oven did I realize that this recipe requires actual coal, not charcoal. So we can't use this. I'm very sad. This would have made my life a lot nicer. Well, I got this whole place automated. This vacuumulator specifically picks up logs only, which then turns into charcoal, which gets shoved into here, which then gets processed and pulled out over to here. We've collected 18 whole coal cokes so far. This is gonna take forever. I'm probably gonna have to leave this running for like 4 hours while I'm just go do something else, or have multiple of these setups. Either way is annoying, so I don't know what I'm gonna do. The oil is getting output through this pump on the top into there. So we have 3.5 buckets. I don't know how much we're gonna need. Eventually it's gonna back up and I'll have to come up with a better solution, but this works for now. I also sped these up a little bit. It turns out if I speed this up too much, this machine will just lag behind anyway. So it's not really that useful because this thing is just so freaking slow. I guess we should just try to progress to the point where we can replace this with the faster setup using all thermal machines and just revisit this later. I guess we'll just have to deal with the slow speeds for now and just know that we're not going to get that many diamonds. For the next step of creating diamonds, we're going to take this coal coke and we're going to crushificate it. And here's our coke dust output. Come to me, beautiful coke dust. The next step of making diamonds is to squeeze the living crap out of this coke dust using an industrial squeezer. So I've prepared a brand new 5x5 compact machine to build it in. Let's just get right to the building. Ta-da! We have a squeezer. We just gotta put our coke dust in the input here, and it will squeeze it. It's a really weird GUI on the Jade or the Weiler 1 Pro. I don't know what that mod's called at the top. It's gigantic. It has like 8 slots. Why? So yeah, it makes the hop graphite dust for us, and it's an 8-to-1 ratio. And this is the part that really hurts. Using the coke oven, I had to wait 26 real-life minutes to make these 4 little bitty graphite dust. It sucks. We really need to upgrade our tech. The next step is to cook this hop graphite dust into hop graphite ingot, and then we give them that good old boom boom. Boom. And here it is. 1 whole diamond nugget. That's right, it's a 20% chance to get this from blowing up the hop graphite. That means it takes 40 coal cokes to make 1 diamond nugget. It's actually kind of gross. To set up refined storage, we're actually going to need 2 diamond nuggets, 1 for the controller and 1 for the grid. So we're halfway there. And the oil's full. Great. Already have to come up with a solution for this. I was looking a lot closer at the recipes here to make coal. It requires this pressurizer thing, which looks scary, but I think it's actually achievable if we just make a few farms. This would save a lot of time making diamonds and make refined storage a lot more possible. So I sat here AFK while editing to let this run, and we collected a whole 184 coal cokes, which is great. And we're just going to delete this now. Actually, for real this time, I definitely have enough stuff to upgrade into a better facility. So we're just going to clear this out, get some space, and then we'll reconfigure this area to do more stuff for us. We managed to collect 80 buckets of creosote oil as well. So that should be a lifetime supply. I don't think we'll ever need that much treated wood. First upgrade complete. We're taking our charcoal, we're pulverizing it, and then we're setting it to this brand new machine called the Manufactory, which is taking the pulverized charcoal and turning it into graphite dust, which we're storing down here. And with graphite dust, we have unlocked a whole new series of machines to use. Many machines take this plating stuff from nuclear craft. And now that we have access to it, we have just a whole array of new technology at our fingertips. First machine up on the list is this alloy furnace, though I don't really know where I'm going to put it. I was going to put it in this room somewhere, but it seems I'm out of space. I didn't really need this furnace, did I? The ingot I want to make is this tough alloy. Not only can it be made into a pickaxe, which, if we scavenge, only gives us uranium, our first way to generate uranium directly, but also the tough alloy is needed for the machines to make the coal coke. Tough alloy acquired. Coming up soon, I'm going to need lots and lots of uranium, so I'm going to get a couple of these tough pickaxes going, so we'll have a humongous backflow of uranium for when we actually need it. Next up, the pressurizer. Tough alloy is here. But the rest of the stuff we still have to make. Oh, these advanced platings are 4 tough alloy each. Oh my goodness, that's so expensive. Oh, so I do need this ferro boring stuff. I've turned it all into tough alloy. Okay, gotta go make some more. I actually have to sit here waiting for more boring dust to be created from the machines, because I'm actually out. Luckily, they're pretty fast, though I do wonder if I could turn them up more. Probably not. Our power keeps running out as it is. And here's our pressurizer. The bad boy of the hour is finally here. With this, we can turn the graphite dust directly into coal and start winning the game. And look at that. It's real life, regular old Minecraft coal ready to be consumed by our machines. Look at this. It's real. The coal is turning into coal coke in our redstone furnace. And this is so much faster than it was before. It's still really slow, but we can increase the speed of this furnace further. And it's already way faster than it was before with the big old coke oven. So I'm really happy with this. This will speed up our diamond production immensely. It only took, what, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 machines to do it, but we finally outdid the oven. Woohoo! We do have a problem, though, that the creosote oil is going to back up again. But I think we have a new solution we didn't have before. This thing, the universal bin, says it can destroy fluids. So might as well just trash the excess. Why not? I don't need that crap. This requires zirconium. What the heck is zirconium? So we can get it if we use a rock crusher on diorite. Okay, 2 new machines, but hey, why not? We're making all the machines today. Luckily, diorite can be made from igneous extruder, and it doesn't even consume lava, so it's really easy. In addition to that, we have access to this block now, the infinite water source block, which just produces water, similar to that water battery I made earlier, but it's just 1 block, and it's a lot easier to set up. And a lot cheaper, I might add. So I think I'll make this, get a new igneous extruder going, and make a little setup to make those new materials. Rock crusher get, but now the big question is, where do I set this up? Oh no. I think I'm going to use some of the space here in with the squeezer. We have a bunch of space along the edge here, might as well. It's not being used for anything else currently. Managed to sneak a little basic rock crusher setup in here. Igneous extruder gets water from below. Apparently not quickly enough. And it doesn't use the lava, so don't have to worry about that. Sends the diorite directly upstairs to get crushed. And then it gets servoed into 3 different caches to store all of the output. Pretty simple, pretty effective. Should be fine. Might have to upgrade the water or something, though. This seems sus. Wait, this thing has water. Did you know that adding an input will allow items to be input into your device? Wow. The more you know. Still using the water faster, though. I wonder if there's an augment or something that would help with that. Or maybe I should just upgrade to the better water infinite thing. It's a little bit pricey, but I don't know. Maybe it's worth. Honestly, probably not a big deal. Looks like it's already piling up the diorite faster than the crusher can crush it without upgrades. So the fact that this is waiting sometimes doesn't seem to be the gate here. The crusher itself is. So I think it's probably fine. I don't know how much of this stuff we'll need. We already have 5. I think that's enough for what we want to do now. So it'll probably just pile up in the meantime. And by the time we need it, either I'll know how much I need and I can scale the system up, or we'll just have enough because it's just been sitting here forever, infinitely producing stuff. So let's see if this works the way I think it does. Also, how do I... got it. I don't see an option to only output the fluids one way and the items another. Alright, fluid ducts fixed our problem. Now only fluids go up there. Don't know why the coal coke's not going over there. There's plenty of space in there. Oh, it's because they're different coal cokes. Why is this a thing? Doesn't matter. It's all going to crush into the same stuff. Let's go get some diamonds. Rumble, 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 crush, crush, crush. Squeeze! Just squeeze it! All right, we have 26 hop graphite dust. Let's see how many diamonds that gets us. Bombs away! Kaboom! Pew, pew, yeah! So it looks like we got 3 additional diamonds out of all of those 26. Simple math would say that we were expecting 5, so this is extremely a low roll. At least we do have enough diamonds to start refined storage. But that begs the important question, where do I put refined storage? We're kind of tapped out on space, and we don't have access to the network transmitters at all. That's just not a thing that we can do. We don't have access to ender pearls yet. So wherever we put it, the only way to get items in and out is going to be through the tunnels. It's going to require power as well. So this is just a bit of a logistical issue. I suppose that we can just kind of make a new base inside of a compact machine, maybe a larger one, and then move all these in there. Yeah, I like that idea. So here's the plan. We're going to make a new 5x5 compact machine, and then we're going to transfer all of this stuff inside of it. So this will just be like an empty room with a compact machine. You'll enter it and it'll be like the new hub, which is an even larger one. It'll have a little refined storage setup, and it'll have our like hub for all of our other compact machines. I don't know past that, but we can at least get that going, and that'll be a good place to start. Small compact machine obtained. And now comes the arduous journey of moving all of my stuff into here and then reorganizing everything. And this is going to be a huge grind. I'll see you on the other side. Upgrade complete. A lot has changed in here, so let's just go on a bit of a tour and show you everything I got accomplished. First of all, as you can probably tell, we unlocked refined storage. And I made myself a little system, so let's check it out. So I've made a fairly basic refined storage system. We have a whole bunch of 4K disks, and we have a few storage blocks here that are taking automated inputs that are blocked from the main disk so that the disks will never just fill up with like planks or glass or something. We have some upgraded facilities here. We have redstone furnaces, upgraded twice and augmented twice. So they're pretty fast now. Same thing with these pulverizer, and our alloy furnace is now up to 11 of each upgrades. Back here we have our controller, and we have our various wall of compact machines, which is probably over time going to change and evolve. But for right now, it's just the same ones, just rearranged to be all nice. And to balance out the room, this is a 5x5 compact machine, but it felt really weird having like 4 blocks of space, so I just kind of filled these in with blocks. I think it looks cute. I think it's nice. So yeah, this is the outside world. Come inside. End up in this 3x3, which has nothing but a 5x5. You come in here, there's the actual base. And let me show you the greatest discovery I made while doing this upgrade. Do you see that right there? That's a refined storage cable going right into a tunnel. It turns out that tunnels just don't pass power, items, and fluids. You can also just pass, like, cable connections through them. So you could just connect the outside of your compact machine with refined storage and then just have importers on the inside. And so I have various materials that are getting ported out of here. So like the coal coke comes right out. So as it gets produced, we just get it in our main area. We don't even have to go like collect it. Same thing as you can tell here with the glass and the birchwood planks and the clay. Plus, like, the crusher... Oh, wrong one. The crusher and the metal press automatically output directly into the system. So now we can just come over here, just drop some stuff in and leave, and all the outputs will appear right here in the system. Nice and easy. So all in all, everything that we ever want to do will be so much easier now. Any grind, everything is just so much faster, more convenient. Oh, and I didn't mention it, but all these machines, they output directly into the refined storage as well. So, like, you can see here, they all just have importers here. So, like, the importer, not the importers, the refined storage cable just kind of goes up and around and then connects to the compact machines in the corners. I think it's a really slick system. And I like how it feels like the machines are just embedded in the wall, magically working. Down at the bottom here is, we have our power cables going around the base here. Coming down the batteries through this compact machine out either side and then up the columns here. Nice and easy, nice and clean. Getting all this stuff together was such a long grind that we've actually collected 417 coal coke. So let's go process all of this into diamonds and see what we get. And like I said before, we throw all the items in and then we just wait for them all to appear in our system on the other side. Easy peasy. We don't have to wait in here anymore. All right, we have 57 attempts for diamonds. On average, we should get about 11. Hopefully, RNG doesn't destroy me this time. But, 7-0. We got 12! Look at that! Actually coming up on top for once. Let's go. With these, we can do so much more with refined storage. Because for some reason in this version, construction core costs diamond nugget. And that's quite a gate. A lot of stuff uses the construction core, including external storage, exporters, and a whole bunch of other stuff, actually. 4 pages worth of stuff. Crafters, too. Crafters cost actually 3 diamonds each. They are super expensive. Doing auto crafting with refined storage is very expensive as a result. pattern grids, 2 diamonds on its own. So maybe we'll get into that, and then we can start having some items automated for us, like just purely within the refined storage. That could be really handy. Whatever it is we're going to decide to do, we will decide it in the next episode. Thank you so much for watching. If you've made it this far and you've enjoyed the video, drop a like. It helps me out. And if you want to see the next episode, make sure to hit that subscribe button so you don't miss out. And I'll see you in the next episode. Thank you so much again for watching, and have a great rest of your day.